What's going on? What is that? Give it to me. You think this is funny? Tito, would this be funny if it were a picture of you? Close your workbooks. Maybe we should talk about art. Tito's got real talent, don't you think? You know something? I saw a picture just like this once in a museum. Only it wasn't a black man. It was a Jewish man. And instead of the big lips, he had a really big nose, like a rat's nose. But this wasn't just any particular Jewish man. This was a drawing of all Jews. And these drawings were put into the newspapers by the most famous gang in history. You think you know all about gangs? You're amateurs. This gang will put you all to shame. And they started out poor and angry, and everybody looked down on them. Until one man decided to give them some pride, an identity, and somebody to blame. You take over neighborhoods, that's nothing compared to them. They took over countries. You want to know how? They just wiped out everybody else. Yeah, they wiped out everybody they didn't like and everybody they blamed for their life being hard. And one of the ways they did it was by doing this. See, they put pictures like this in the newspapers. Jewish people with big long noses. Blacks with big fat lips. And they'd also published scientific evidence that proved that Jews and blacks were the lowest form of human species. Jews and blacks were more like animals. And because they were just like animals, it didn't matter if they lived or died. In fact, life would be a whole lot better if they were all dead. And that is how a Holocaust happens. And that is how you all think of each other. If the Latinos weren't here, or the Cambodians, or the blacks, or the whites, or whoever they are, if they weren't here, everything would be a whole lot better for you. Isn't that right? Ava, you said you don't feel respected. And when you die, if you get killed in one of these wars that you're all in, you get respect. Do you want to know what happens when you die? You're gonna rot in the ground, and people are gonna go on living, and they're gonna forget all about you. And when you rot, do you think it's gonna matter whether you were an original gangster? You're dead. And nobody is gonna want to remember you, because all you left behind in this world is this.